Man, so like Diddy, Dave Ward dies, John Cena, he retires, and 50 Cent is the most pettiest person ever. All these things have happened since last season.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot of stuff that's happened. I see you're dressed like Suge Knight.
I am. I'm dressed like the game, brother.
Is the game?
You know what I'm saying?
I think that
all red.
The documentary is right. Did you watch it?
Did I watch it?
You watched the whole thing?
I watched it immediately.
It's very entertaining. It's a very entertaining documentary. I do have concerns about any documentary that makes Suge Knight look like the reasonable person. I'm not on Diddy's side, but I'm also like, hey man, there's a whole lot of people in here that are horrible that they're being made to look like, nah, we regular people.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, when they talked about that one aspect, because I've heard, because, you know, Tupac's my favorite rapper of all time. So, of course, I'm with all the lore. So hearing about, or then just talking about the fact that Puffy killed Suge's friend, I've heard that numerous times.
You watch a lot of YouTube videos.
I watch a lot of YouTube videos.
I felt like this was all the collection of
It
YouTube videos and DVDs, and they're like, let's put this all together.
Yeah. That's what he did.
It was good.
Yeah, because me and Roy, because Roy's a big Tupac fan, and we were talking about it, and I was like, you knew all this stuff.
It was good. It was good. I genuinely enjoyed it. It's nice to see the conversation at least pop up. I'm wondering what's going to happen when they keep on digging into more and finding out more stuff.
It is what it is, man.
We'll see.
Oh, well. But that's what it is. And then John Cena retired. I cried, of course. Did I watch it?
Could you see him?
All right. That's
could you see him?
The non-wrestling fan joke.
I'm not a wrestling fan, but that was a good wrestling joke. That's a joke y'all make all the time about John Cena.
It was.
You know?
I'll give that to you.
Also, is he retired? I thought John Cena been done.
Nah, it's like he been done, but then he would come back for like a time period. But then it was like, I'm going to put a nail in this to make sure that I'm done because I want to really focus on Hollywood type thing.
I thought he had done that. I'm telling you right now, I didn't know John Cena still climbed in the wrestling ring.
It would be like once at a blue moon, just like with the Rock, where he came back 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, entertainers, y'all don't have to retire.
Well, I mean, when it comes to wrestling, it's hard.
No. It's still entertainment.
It is.
You don't work a 9 to 5 at the plant. You don't have to. Rappers, wrestlers,
it's different.
Authors, y'all don't have to retire.
Writing. I have to pick your big ass up and throw you in the table.
No. Retire. I'm saying you don't have to retire. Just don't show up. You don't have to show up anymore. You don't have to show up anymore. Just don't show up. And look, sometimes you can still pop out like you do it. You can still pop out. I know it's hard, but every once in a while, an old wrestler would pop out, be like, hey, I'm old, just jump in the air. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to throw you.
That's a whole other thing. Dealing with movies and the insurance. We're not going to get into all of that. And then 50 Cent, man, he is having the best week ever. If only he could put out some good music. But it is what it is. I said it.
Well,
we talked about.
What do you like?
50 Cent still puts out good music.
Yeah, does he?
On his show.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
Every 50 Cent show has intro music.
Tell me the second verse.
Are you saying you just don't like his music in general or what he's putting out now?
I don't like what he's putting out now. I like his music. Exactly. Nobody listens to it.
Don't catch up. It's
I
enjoy 50 Cent, Rich or Die, Get Rich or Die Trying. Enjoy the second album.
The Massacre.
Yeah.
When it gets to Curtis.
Yeah.
Don't show no courtesy to
He
Curtis.
makes a great TV show.
It was AO Technology.
When was that?
That's the
what
one
year?
with Justin Timberlake. No. Curtis. Wait, no.
No, AO Technology's on that one other
Is that Hate It or Love It, The Underdogs on top?
No, that's the game.
That's
the game.
That's what I'm dressed up.
That's
the game.
I feel like you're dressed more like Suge Knight in the game.
Fair enough.
It's Suge Knight, you know what I'm saying?
Because the
what? Game what?
Because the game what?
He's not coming off so much like a gentleman. I'll just say that.
Who, the game?
There you go.
The game or me?
Oh no, the game.
The game.
Yeah, the game. Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, man,
What?
I like the
Suge Knight comes off like a
game. I
gentleman.
was like, Suge Knight.
Oh no, I'm not making a comparison. Wait, whoa.
I was like, Suge Knight does not.
I wasn't making a comparison.
Oh, okay,
That guy, he's like a spooky, mythical, like
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah.
That's what they say.
Creature.
He looked nothing like Suge
Now
Knight.
the game is not scary. He's just kind of funny to me, and
It's a terrifying man.
really,
He's a whole blood, and he's like 6'8".
Maybe I don't know enough.
And yeah, I don't think I look like Suge Knight. I
I
think
mean, you
it's
look
just-
nothing like him.
I'm bald with a beard.
Wait, the game.
Bald
The
black
game
guys with a
is
beard.
okay.
The game's
Okay.
really tall.
The game is tall.
He's
That's why
really
it beats
tall?
up on people.
Oh,
Yeah.
But we've been talking to you. We shouldn't have been doing this because Black and Ugly as ever.
Yeah.
However, I stay Houston down to my socks. It's your boys again. It's me. It's Avery. This is my brother over here.
Oh, Devon. Just Devon.
Just Devon.
We're in the studio.
We're in the studio.
We're in a new studio. We've been in studios before.
In my
but
humble
now-
opinion podcast.
In my humble opinion podcast.
Don't even know the title.
We have a new studio here. We're here at the Hive.
Yep.
And I like the setup. I like it. It's nice.
It really is.
We're working on it. There's some other stuff coming. We're doing some other things, but you'll see.
We got books, and you know these are all Georgie's vinyls.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
I didn't bring all of them up there.
Oh no, he has a room dedicated.
I don't want.
You want to talk about collect? I collect clothes. This nigga collects everything.
Don't tell people what I got in my house.
You're right. That's true. I don't want nobody.
I've got nothing.
Lucha Mash, Jordans, the Tupac CD.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
You know Diddy.
We don't know. Allegedly, we do not know if Diddy is involved with the murder of Tupac Shakur, but
Tupac,
circumstantial evidence.
My favorite rapper of all time, with so many platinum and gold albums. Speaking of gold, our next guest, she's an H-Town legend in the making, creating soulful ballads more precious than gold. Her latest project, AU, is ringing in my speakers like your mama cleaning up on a Sunday morning. Our next guest, Peyton.
All right, Peyton, how's it going?
Oh.
Peyton, you were talking to us already, so we're good.
Right, okay. Well, hello again.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's nice and chilly out in Houston for a change, so.
You just came back from LA, right?
Yes, I actually just got back in town from LA. Well, oh my God. Like a month ago, really. I feel like everything's been like Thanksgiving, just back to back Halloween, Thanksgiving. Now it's like tomorrow's Christmas, but I'm sorry. But
Thanksgiving hits all the holidays. I think
it's
November
like
and December run
back.
together.
Yeah.
It's just the day.
It's just one holiday. Anywho, yeah, it's been a month since I've been back for my vinyl release party. I did like a signing in LA at the Gold Line Bar. It was so cool. And I met so many of my listeners. I met some old listeners, some newer listeners, and just being able to meet everybody, take pics, sign. And Shafiq was also there, Shafiq Husayn, who he actually produced the project. I don't know how much you know, or I need to share this with the listeners, but Shafiq Husayn, he is 1/3 of Sarah Collective Partners, and him and Omas Keith helped produce my project, AU. And so Omas, he's all over the world all the time, so we weren't able to have him that night, but Shafiq was luckily there, and we had so much fun. He was spinning, I was dancing, talking on the mic, singing on the mic, just meeting everybody. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're going to do one out here in Houston too in January. So
Okay.
Yeah, now we're talking. What was that?
Will they be there? Will Sarah be there?
So Shafiq will be there. I'm trying to see if Taz, Arnold, and Omas will be there.
That's
so
big getting them produced for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. I'm like, I just feel so blessed that they really took a liking to me. And just our connection was just very authentic and just genuine. Shafiq has always just been someone who, it's interesting because he was pretty much watching my career blossom since I was 17 years old or 16 years old. And he's just kind of been in the background, showing support, sending my music out. And then finally we actually connected, and I was working on, we met up just to meet and like work on some music, not with an intention of like, oh, this is going to be for an album or something like that. He just allowed me into his space and his studio, and just to watch him work was amazing and just so natural and so free. And we just we made a bunch of cool songs like as soon as we met, and then we just naturally had so much chemistry, and so we're like this now. So yeah.
And you talk about like Shafiq, where it's like, for people that don't know, who are some of the other people and the things that he's worked on?
Oh yes, for sure. Okay, so Shafiq, Shafiq has worked with so many legendary musicians. Him and Omas, for sure. But Shafiq is, I think, mainly Erykah Badu's main writer. Like she definitely like hits him up like, I need your help, because you know he's just someone, he's just so masterful, like seriously, and it's just so natural for him, so it's so cool. But so definitely Erykah, Anderson .Paak, who else, Jamil Bruner, Thundercat, you know, just all the people who are like dominating the music scene, not even just R&B and soul or jazz. It's just like they're just dominating, you know. They came up in their school of music with Omas and Shafiq and Taz. So, and a lot of people know Omas for his production he did for Channel Orange.
Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean's album, Channel Orange.
But you mentioned he's been watching you since you were 17 and whatnot. Let's bring it back to the beginning of when you started your career. Number one, where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from Houston, Texas.
Awesome. What part of Houston?
Oh my goodness. I more so feel connected with Third Ward because I was there from more of my coming of age. But I was born in the city. I lived in Mo City up until I was 4, Pearland up until I was 12, and Third Ward since I was 13, and I just never left.
Yeah, you from Third Ward?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, and I lived in the Heights for 1 year, and I was like, that
don't count.
I don't like it was cool. It was cool, but no, it's a part of Houston, and isn't it technically in the loop, or is it a part of the greater?
It's the most of it is in the loop.
So then, why is it not Houston?
Oh, it just don't count for your story. That's what I'm saying.
He said, "Oh, okay, so you weren't in the Heights long enough."
Yeah, it's a year.
The Heights.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I was there, and I was like, it was cool, but it just wasn't for me. I just wanted to get back to Third Ward, so yeah, I'm still there.
The trade.
Until I want to move somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were talking about like this art, like Shafiq, seeing you since 17. You're growing and you're putting out at 17. Well, wait, what high school did you went to? You went to
high school for the performing and visual arts, and it's actually been 10 years, and we're having our 10-year reunion next week. I just can't believe that. Like,
Time
I'm
flies.
like, it really does.
Yeah. And that's a high school that has produced some amazing talent.
Yeah, legends. Robert Glasper, Shonda Rhimes. Why am I forgetting his name? Definitely Jason Moran, James Francis. There's this guy, I'm forgetting his name right now, but he's the guy who wrote Dear White People. He went there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I'm forgetting. Oh, so bad. Beyonce for 3 days.
Whatever Beyonce is a part of.
She went there for like 3 days.
I think every high school has claimed her for
and I just
moved around a lot.
Yeah, because then she went to Lamar for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, HSPVA, you got to be there. You can't really miss school. And she would just have to tour and random stuff. And Lamar High School is like its own world. Like you don't have to, you can miss school for 2 months and you can pass like pretty much. And like.
And I know somebody from Lamar officially is going to come out and be like, hey. That's not true.
No,
Right,
but I will say,
tell us how wrong she is in the comments.
No, but that's not to say that the kids who went there weren't intelligent, because all the kids I knew there were pretty smart.
Yeah.
It was just its own world. Like, it was a college campus. I mean, they were doing all sorts of things there. I'm like, do y'all go to school? But yeah.
Okay, so
I think she went there just so she can have some.
Just real quick, it's like, okay, I was there 3 days, so that's cool. I don't know if she's gonna show up for the reunion, but it's something. I don't know what reunion would be on.
But I think she went to Lamar for like 10 days. So
I know so many schools claim Beyonce.
As much as we know about Beyonce, we know nothing about Beyonce.
I think she's really got the lore together.
She really does.
Like, she's not gonna talk to us again. Like, she's like, she doesn't need to. She's like, I'm not talking to y'all.
But that's interesting, because I haven't heard of any other high schools that she went to. I also went to Parker.
I thought Bel Air claimed her too.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Oh, Welch.
That's a middle school.
Middle school gonna claim.
That's a new one. I never heard anyone say she went to Bel Air. That was just I don't know.
Yeah, somebody.
I feel it.
She went to Dulles. She went to Dulles too. She did.
I'm
lying.
I'm like, no, she didn't.
We went to Dulles. That's what I'm
definitely didn't go.
Trying to make it high.
But she also went to the elementary school I went to. Parker Elementary, and that was also it's also a magnet school for the arts. And my grandmother taught there, and she taught her piano.
Oh, look at that!
Oh,
that's awesome.
So your grandmother taught Beyonce piano?
Yes,
not bad. Okay. Were you always
Theola Booker? Theola. Theola Booker.
Big shout out, Black History.
Big shout out. Okay. Okay. All right. Taught that on. Were you always interested in moving into the arts? Was it always like, this is the path I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be creating music?
I feel like as long as I've had consciousness, I knew I loved music and art. So I guess it just never was a thought of, will I do it or will I not? Mm-hmm. I just thought it was a part of my life. So it just was a part of my life. And my family really saw that and took it seriously immediately. And having some musicians in my family who were very successful in their craft definitely helped, because they knew all the right places to put me and the best education for me. And I didn't have anyone discouraging me saying, you can't be a superstar, or what is that, or whatever it is. Like, I didn't have anyone ever discouraging me. I only had my family and my community uplifting me and putting me in all the best programs, and just seeing really where my talent could take me. That's why when I first started putting music out, the power of your mind is everything. And I was just talking to Devon, telling him I was reading this book called The Power of the Conscious and the Subconscious Mind. And how whatever you tell yourself, whether it's good or bad, it's like your subconscious mind receives it. It's taking note. You can say something jokingly to yourself, something self-deprecating, and it's a joke, but your conscious mind does not. So if you have the understanding, like, this is who I am, then your brain will make the pathways for you to get to that success. So when I started putting music out, I was like, oh, this is just me. This is just what I'm meant to do. And I'm going to be great at it. And I'm going to perform everywhere. And everything is good. And I'm going to make good music. And so I made that decision. And I always had that understanding. So immediately I'm having my music on BBC, getting on the Ego Death Tour with the internet. And I'm just 17 years old, just because I did the work, I had the faith, and I'm lit. Simply.
Okay, wait. We're still going to back up, though, because you were...
I'm sorry, I was kind of...
Sorry. You jumped all the way to going on tour with the internet. We still...
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good, because it's good stuff. You were saying you have family members. Family members that are in it. So let's talk about the family members that were already musically inclined that helped guide you along the way.
For sure. So definitely my grandparents were a big influence with just my musicianship and just educating myself in it. I would say everyone in my family definitely loved and respected the arts, music, dance, just fine art, period. So my grandmother, Theola Booker, she had been playing, I mean, she was a piano master. She had her master's in piano, her doctorates in education and in music. And and she received so many awards for, how incredible of a musician, a writer, arranger, just everything. She could do it all. She even was Grammy nominated for a track that she did with, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting his name right now? James Cleveland. So sorry. She did an arrangement for James Cleveland, and she was nominated for a Grammy. And she knew how to play multiple instruments, but piano was like her focus in directing. So I got the classical music side, but I also got the gospel side too, because I was raised in the church, and she made music a focus in our church, like just the arts. So the music was just really strong and great. So I had both backgrounds for that. And then my grandfather, he knew how to play so many instruments, and he was also an educator and a doctor. And his main focus was brass and woodwind, but mainly like saxophone. So, I mean, I was raised listening to a lot of jazz. So I got a lot of that from my grandpa and their son, which is my dad. And so my dad put me onto like a lot of different jazz too, like from all over the world, and was teaching me all these things. Like, and it was really cool how my dad plays instruments too, but he's more like an entrepreneur, to be honest. Like, so like he knows how to do certain things, but his mind is on something else. But it was just funny just being introduced to jazz and like recognizing those samples in hip hop, and like my dad teaching me these things when I was like a kid, and just like it's just so special to me. So saying that to say, like it was never a bad environment for me to like learn more about music and just do well in it, because everyone loved it. And they were like, it just made me more of a sponge, just because I'm like, this is so exciting. And you mean there's infinite amounts of music, like it's so funny. I'm thinking I'm kind of getting off right now, but I remember being a kid and being so sad, thinking about the fact that one day I would die because I felt like I wouldn't be able to listen to more music, and there would be more music that would be doper that I wouldn't experience. And I was really nervous about that.
That's not a bad thought. No. I feel that way. I feel that way about movies. Because sometimes I'd be like, man, if I die, I'm not going to see the sequel to this.
Yeah.
Like, they're not, like if somebody's making something, like when they announce something getting made, I'm like, oh, I can't die before they come out. Because I do need to see this before I go. So yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
I feel that way about food. I need to see what they're gonna do with pizza.
You're like, they might stuff the crust.
They put cheese in the crust.
Okay.
What else can they do?
I think that's the highest you can get up.
They could make Dorito crust pizza.
I'll tell you right.
They could already be doing that at Pizza Hut. That just sounds like something they're doing already.
I think.
And Pizza Hut has the ability, because doesn't Pizza Hut own Taco Bell?
Exactly.
Pizza Hut owns Taco Bell. No, we need to separate these companies. This is why they're making that fried chicken burrito. Like,
wait, is the tortilla chicken?
No. They take pieces of fried chicken,
because that's some American shit. That's why I asked.
Well, that's my thing. Okay. I'm like, we should have never let Taco Bell. Like, we're talking about like Netflix and Paramount and all these people getting together. Mm-hmm. We should have never let Taco Bell, KFC,
and Pizza Hut,
Buffalo Wild Wings, and Pizza Hut get together. That's why every once in a while, like when they just have leftover stuff from one side, they give it to the other. That's how Taco Bell be coming up with random stuff. Yeah. Why is Taco Bell selling fries? Why?
Because marketing.
Why? That's the same fries at the other spot. They just brought over to Taco Bell. They said limited time.
Yeah, because they all use like Cisco or whatever it's called.
Everybody uses Cisco now.
And so tell me this, how do y'all feel about the the Fuddruckers and Luby's collab?
They've been collabed.
I know, but how did y'all feel about that? Did it have y'all fucked up like this?
Still exists?
In
he used to work at Fuddruckers.
It was my first job. It was my first job.
Wow.
Right? I know Fuddruckers in and out. Okay, it was my first job. Right.
What did you do?
I just was a kid.
Did you make the burger? Oh.
You don't make nothing at Fuddruckers. That's what I'm saying. What do you
the
actually
managers,
do?
You know me. I go into a place, the managers like me. They're showing me stuff. I'm 17. I'm learning, all right. I'm walking into the back of the kitchen. Like when I go on dates, like I'm in what's it, Goodfellas?
Fuddruckers. He was the man at Fuddruckers.
This is not about us, all right? I said something about pizza. Look, you love music. All right. That's
all right. We were getting off topic.
I'm sorry.
We got to get back to your album.
See, you know what it is? I'm a girl. And you know, what it is that women, like, we'll talk about 3 things at once and we'll land back on one.
Yeah.
Like, we do that all the time.
I thought that was just ADHD.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I have that.
I don't
but
know.
I don't know.
I'm not a
bad thing.
Not to get my health.
I'm not saying it is.
You're super creative.
I'm just saying, like I'm not one to self-diagnose. I don't really know. So.
Oh, I didn't self-diagnose. I told the doctor I don't have it, and then they gave me a test. They gave me a test. Yes, you do. They said you definitely have it. I said, I thought that's just how people think. I thought you can do 8 things at one time.
I'm like,
okay. Okay, so you.
But I also forget my keys everywhere.
Okay,
like I have to have my stuff. You live with me. Everything has to. The reason why I would get mad is because like everything has to be exactly where I left it, because otherwise I don't remember. So if you move something where I put it, it's gone to me.
I do
forever.
The same thing.
Like I'd be like, "Duh," and you could have moved like my keys from here to another counter, and I'm just like, "Duh," I'm gonna look for them keys for like an hour, but I'm gonna keep coming back to where I usually have them, and it doesn't make sense.
So stressful. I do that too.
Yeah,
look at it.
Is that an OCD thing?
It might be, but I don't want to diagnose myself.
Yeah, let's not self-diagnose. Let's self-reject.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
The diagnosis.
But since you love music, right? You play any instruments?
Yes, I sure do.
What do you play?
I also play violin and piano.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about your violin.
Tell you about it. It's woody shit. It's a violin. I'm gonna play a sad song. Yeah, I've been playing the violin since I was 5 years old.
Really?
So I'm 28 now. So it's been 23 years.
That was the first instrument that you played, or what?
Yeah, it was the first instrument I played. And then when I was 8, that's when I more so got lessons for piano. I would always dabble with it, but like actual legitimate lessons at 8.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is your favorite instrument?
That's tough. I will say my favorite one to hear is the violin. But my favorite one to play is the piano. I'm realizing the violin is really fun, but it's so, I mean, you never stop learning, but it's very specific. That's why people usually quit, because it's just, I don't know, it's just very temperamental. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's worth it, and I love the instrument. But piano, you can just vibe out, and you just like, violin, you gotta backstreet, gotta curve make sure you don't, and it's just like a lot, and you gotta make sure your bow is straight. It's just a lot sometimes. Piano, you can be vibed out, legs crossed, as long as your fingers are curled, you're good. You can be drinking wine.
Exactly.
Vibed out. You can't do that. When you're playing the violin, you're preoccupied.
Yeah, so we should have stuck with instruments.
See?
That's the sad part.
You can still play.
No, but there's still time.
I only play the piano when I'm drunk.
YouTube University.
Huh?
YouTube University.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't have I've tried. I've looked back at it. I've been like, I
feel like you don't have the focus.
Yeah, He's just not focused on it.
Yeah,
the man's like, you write articles. You taught yourself how to do that.
I did teach myself.
Okay, so you took piano lessons. You can pick it back up.
Okay,
you're the most amazing person I know.
You'll be good.
Maybe I'll try to pick up
my brother.
Maybe I'll try to pick up piano. Maybe we'll try to pick up piano. We'll get out here and try to start something. We can start a band.
You know what I'm saying?
45.
What would your band be called? Is it
Brothers?
Okay, that's pretty simple. Straight to the point.
Yeah,
that's good.
The Ball Brothers
kept on stage with Tony Baker.
Maybe y'all can join because technically it's just two of y'all, so that's a duo. But if y'all join together, it'll be a group.
Yeah,
but I like the name because like marketing is pretty straightforward. So if someone's like, "What are those Ball Brothers?" It's like, is it the ball niggas?
Yeah. The ball
niggas is better. It's like
the BN.
I found them.
The BN.
Not the BN.
We could wear quarter zips.
We could wear quarter zips.
Look at that.
Drink matcha and wear the BNs.
But you would hate that though.
And
you would be the only one not wearing that.
I would wear the quarter zip if the money's right. Biggie there all night. So like,
for sure.
I do the things, but no.
Clothes that come from Sam's and Costco. So a quarter zip is not a bad. It's not a bad time. I mean, you're just anti-quarter zip. It's okay. It's okay. Back to you. Because I feel like it's.
I'm so sorry.
No, we're good.
It's good. This is what we do.
I got ADHD. We don't know what he has. We don't know what you have. But obviously, we're operating on the same way.
We got something.
Yeah.
Somehow, you're going to get to opening up for the internet. Like you know violin, you play piano. Do you drop your first album and the internet sees, or what's happening? You're putting music out. What happens?
So I actually was a part of a collective called Milky Wave, and it was it was like we were like 20 deep. Nah, it felt like 20 deep, but it was really like just maybe it was like 7 of us. But how the collective came about, I met two of the members in high school, but they were much older than me. Like one of them was a senior, I was freshman, another was a junior, but we were all in the same department. I went to an art school, and there we had departments. So the vocal department, the jazz department, the band, theater, whatever. And but it was only roughly 550 to 600 students in the whole school. So everyone knew each other because we were just on top of each other pretty much. So I met them through being in the vocal department, and I met this guy named Bobby Earth, and he was like, I think you're really dope. And I wanted to start recording, and someone was like, oh, you should get with him because he has a bunch of equipment and he knows about that stuff. Like he could record you. And then we met, and he was like, you're so dope. And then we started making more music together, and then he asked me to be a part of his collective, and he asked me and another classmate of mine. He was much older than me, but his name was Brandon Willis, and from there we met so many other people. Oh, it's so crazy. My bad. So 2 other classmates ended up being a part. So actually, that's like 5. It's like about. Okay, wow. Okay, that's about 5 people I actually went to HSPVA with who were a part of the collective. Sweet. I'm just like running through it in my mind and like how it came about. And so it was me, the vocalist, Brandon Willis. At the time, he called himself Big Brandon Willis. I think I think he may still go by that. And Bobby Earth, who was the vocalist. We were all the vocalists, but Brandon did like piano. Bobby was like the producer, the singer. And we had Polo. He was the drummer. Adam DeWalt, who I actually went to elementary school with too. He was on the trumpet, and he actually ended up being a part of Solange's main touring band.
Really?
Because he went to jazz school in New Orleans, and she was doing auditions out there, and that's how that came about. But that's a couple years down the line, but no, more than a couple. And then who else was in the group? Mufasa Enzor, my buddy. I met him through Bobby. But they went to Johnston Middle School together, which is another performing and visual arts school. Actually, it's called Marlin What is it? Marlin Middle School? Yeah. Okay. So it's not called Johnston anymore, but they went there.
Name change every
now and then. Rebrand. Who else was a part? So that's who we started with. Then eventually there were more members like Amaru and B Honey, but we love music, and we're like, let's make some music. We're all dope, and we know what good music sounds like. Let's do it. And so we just made some music, and immediately we just started getting so much buzz around the city. And the guy who was managing Bobby at the time, his name is Drew Evans, or Risky Serial, and he's from LA. So he grew up with like all the old heads who are like in the industry really making strides and stuff. So he's sending them our music. He's sending it everywhere. He used to be a promoter too. So he's sending it all over the world. And, you know, we land on BBC. At this point, since I was 17, from my knowledge, there may have been more times I've been on BBC, like my music, like maybe like 5 times.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe more. Because I actually, Giles Peterson, he actually mixed in like 3 of my songs from my recent project, AU, that just came out in September 12th. He mixed in like 3 of the singles throughout the summer. He was just adding them in his mixes. So he's been keeping an eye out. And, yeah, the internet, they ended up finding us because Bobby was in communication with Matt Martians. Mm-hmm. And so the original members of the internet was Matt Martians and Sid the Kid. Or sorry, she goes by Sid. Oh my gosh. And
at that time she was Sid the Kid.
Yeah, Sid the Kid.
At that time she was Sid the Kid.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so they but they were starting to, I guess, add more members to their band.
Kind of doing the same thing y'all were doing on Funky Wave. Yeah.
Yeah, so but Bobby had found a connection with Matt. They had made a couple songs. And so they were keeping an eye out for us and like for our releases and stuff like that. They had just added on Jamil Bruner, who is Thundercat's younger brother, to the group. And then they were like, we're going to add this young kid. He's still in high school. His name is Steve Lacy. Then they added him. And then Matt was telling Bobby, it would be cool if Peyton made a song with this new, one of our new members. And he really likes her music. I think they would be great together, their tones, whatever. And then we made my second single I ever put out, which was Verbs. And yeah, like from there, I think it was just everything has just been very organic with me and like how everything's gone about. I feel like it's just as long as you put out great art, like it'll reach people. So yeah,
that positive disposition as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the other thing though is, yeah, it's organic, but even in that organic, it's some big name people that will, you're like, oh yeah, little guy Steve Lacy, they kind of added, and these people wind up being big, but not even just in the music world. Issa Rae.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just trying to stay on track.
Yeah, Issa Rae.
Y'all need to understand, I'm not bashful. We're just replaying. We're just recounting this stuff. Don't get confused, friends.
So how does and Issa Rae discovers you very organically? How does Issa Rae get you?
Yeah. So actually, I actually came across her work when I was in middle school because she had that YouTube series, Awkward Black Girl. So I remember being like in 7th grade, like loving it and just resonating and being like, oh my gosh, like she would do things that I feel like I would do when I'm feeling anxious or whatever. Like as just a young Black girl, like just to like working through your emotions in the mirror, or like maybe saying the wrong thing, or no, I wasn't rapping in the mirror. I did have a moment where singing in the mirror is so OD. No, sometimes you got to do it,
See what you look like. You got to see what you look like. Yeah.
No, you're right. In practice, but. I did have a moment where I had a rap journal when I was like really into instrumentals and stuff when I was like 13, but that's something else. We'll talk about that in a moment. But I want to stay on track.
We're putting a pin in that. We're coming back.
And so I definitely, her finding my music was a total like, it was just like a 1, like 3, what is it? Like full circle moment. I'm like 360. I was like, what is the terminology? But fast forward to when I was 17 or 18. No, I was 18. I was watching one of her YouTube videos, but I was starting to see some advertisement for like, oh, I'm releasing this new show. I have this new show coming out. It's called Insecure and whatever. And it was in the clips, it was kind of reminding me of Awkward Black Girl. So, and I was reading about it and they were saying it's kind of almost like a spinoff of it. So I was super excited because I'm like, wow, the 12-year-old me is so pumped. But so she was talking about it on YouTube because at some point she was doing these interviews in the studio, I guess at radio. I don't think it was named that at the time. It may have been, but they had her in the studio doing interviews about the show or upcoming shows or whatever, or she was just talking generally. And in the background, I'm watching this interview and I hear one of my songs. And I'm like, what? That's cool. Yeah. And it was just kind of like, okay, am I really? I had to like refresh. Like I could believe it, but I was just like, well, it's just like still surreal. And so then we immediately reached out, of course, and she was like, yeah, I've been listening to your music since it was just on SoundCloud and all these things. And I was like, well, that's amazing because I love you. So then we kept in touch, and she eventually put 2 of my songs on season 3. So it was Sweet Honey and Lifeline. And one of them, Sweet Honey, was actually on the official soundtrack. So that was so cool.
Okay.
So she's always been a big support. And I will say, honestly, if it wasn't for Issa, oh my goodness, if it wasn't for Issa, I do believe that all of the opportunities I have are for a reason, but she definitely is the reason why I kept getting syncs, like for all my music, and people kept discovering my music. I mean, she brought my audience to new heights, so I definitely appreciate her. Because right after that, I had one other song on HBO, so that's 3 songs on HBO.
What was that? So, for what show?
It was for the show Generations.
Okay.
And then I had another song on Prime for The Summer I Turned Pretty, which was my song Perfect Peach. Mm-hmm. And then I had one more song on Freeform for this show called Everything's Trash. I think that was Perfect Peach as well. In Generations, the song, did I say what song that was? For the HBO show Generations, I had my song Swag.
There you go.
So yeah. So and thanks to Issa.
That you're getting like synced into the show. Like for Issa Rae, you were saying one of the songs was on the soundtrack. The other one was in the actual show.
So 2 of the songs were on the show, period. Okay. So Sweet Honey was season 3, episode 3. And Lifeline was season 3, episode 7 or 8.
So everybody can go back and find that one. What was happening?
It was
in the
You remember? Oh my God. Okay. So it's so funny because I guess usually with these licensings, they tell you like, we want to feature her song on this one part. But I think it was something where they were like trying to hurry up and get the signage, and they didn't give me enough information. So I didn't really know what scene one of them was going to be on, the first one, which was Sweet Honey. And so I'm super excited. It's my first sync. So I'm telling my parents, like, I'm going to have a song on HBO. And I'm like 20 years old. So, you know, they're excited. They're so excited. Like, they're like, you're a superstar and all these things. And so they're telling their friends, telling their coworkers, telling the church. And actually they announced it at church. So they were like, everyone tune in tonight for the show called Insecure on HBO because Peyton.
Wait.
Yes.
The unprotected sex show.
No. They were just like they were just so excited to say that I had a song on HBO. I don't think they were so really saying
old women that were like, I'm gonna tune in to see Peyton. So I
don't think they verbatim was like, y'all need to watch it tonight, but they were like just announcing it at the church, and like I came up and they were like, we hope you tune in or whatever. So then everyone is coming up to me after church, like, we're going to tune in tonight, whatever. And I still don't know what scene it's going to be. So it's that scene where, okay, it's the season. Okay, spoiler alert. And also, if you haven't watched Insecure by now, I'm sorry.
It's the best show.
So it was the scene. It was an opening scene, actually. But basically, this is around the time when Issa was no longer with, what was his name? Lawrence. So they broke up, and she's messing around with the guy that she cheated with. And so...
Yeah, that's that season.
And okay, mind you, me and my parents were getting ready for the night. We're excited. We're like, woo, we're about to... Pay's going to be on, And even though I signed the contract and they sent me the money, I was like, oh, I told everybody my song was gonna be on this episode, so I hope it's on this episode. Because you never know.
You never know if it's gonna be.
Yeah. I was like nervous. I didn't know if it was in queue. I don't know.
Did y'all throw like a party or anything? Did you have a bunch of family come over? Okay.
No, it was just us. Okay. And so we're watching it as a family. The opening scene, instantly, what was his name? The guy that she was cheating with, he was giving her head.
Yeah.
Mind you, and me and my parents, we were like, yay! We like... And my dad was like, go pay. Like, he was just like, he didn't want to view that around me. I don't know. I'm just his daughter.
Of course. So, you don't want to watch that with your parents. And your parents don't want to watch that with you. But okay.
Yes. And then the church home I grew up in, like, I didn't really feel any sense of judgment or anything in general growing up. So the next week, everyone was like, we saw you. We heard your song. They didn't want to say it, but they were like, we heard the song.
We are the deviltry in this show.
We heard the song. Okay.
And I'm glad you heard the song.
That's good.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then and that night was so surreal because this was around the time when, I don't know if y'all were keeping up during that time, but Issa was very serious about, although they had a music advisor or director for the show, she would also hand select a lot of the songs. So she would talk about it on Twitter, like she'll talk about how
no, we still call it Twitter
forever.
We still call it Twitter. Yeah.
Literally, I'm talking about Twitter, not
and real Twitter, not that cesspool that it is now. Like, I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, I haven't been on in a year. I haven't.
It's destroying the world. But no, don't get on there. It's horrible.
Anywho,
it's absolutely horrible.
Exactly. But she was tweeting live like, "Well, I selected this song because whatever," and I remember just seeing her tweet and like thousands of people are reposting and she's like, I chose the song Tweet Honey. I felt like it was perfect. I've been a fan of Peyton since SoundCloud. And this is when I'm learning this because her team was just like, Issa's a big fan, but I didn't know to the extent. Yeah. And they were also saying like, we all love your music too. Yeah. Because I guess she put them on or something. But yeah, she's like, I've been listening since 2015 and all this stuff. Mine this like 2018. So, and, I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's been listening to me for that long. And it's only been 3 years. But
let me ask this though. I'm going to take it just a little bit back though. You're putting your music out on SoundCloud. A lot of people were doing that at the time. What was it like for you to be like, were you successful on SoundCloud? Like I know you.
Yes, I was lit on SoundCloud. I was coming up. I came in at the perfect time. My music is going crazy at the time when it's like the Chicago scene was going up. Smino, Raven, Steve, the internet, all of them. Saba. Who else was a big one at the time? JID. Like everyone was getting like. They have solid audiences, like people who have stuck with them just because they came from that era. Yeah. Selection started to get like, that's where they started. So I just came at the perfect pocket and the music was good. So it worked out.
You have a really core fan base if you're coming from SoundCloud, because
it
was either hit or miss. And if you hit, you hit.
Yeah.
That's what happened with us. We were late. You had hair, so we couldn't have been the BNs right then. We should have dropped on SoundCloud.
Should have dropped on SoundCloud.
Yes.
So you got Issa Rae championing you. Off of and championing you early. Like, I'm listening to her on SoundCloud.
And I was like shaking because I still remember, wow. And I forgot that I had that fear, but I remember earlier in the day, because I'm not a liar, because I'm not.
I'm taking that sound clip right there.
I'm not
right
a liar.
There, I'm taking that. I'm making that a meme.
So I'm like, you're welcome. So I'm telling all these people the music is going to be on HBO, and it sounds crazy, even though I know that it's possible for me and that it happened and I signed the contracts and everything. I don't know. I guess I'm 20 years old and this is my first thing, and I'm just like, it's so big. And I remember hearing it and I'm shaking. And so it was really cool. And then I get on Twitter and everything's booming and Issa's making that tweet. So yeah, that was really cool. And then the other song that was featured was Lifeline, which is a song that my first gospel song I put out there. And so they used that song for Issa's Come to Jesus moment, because she had a moment where she was just doing too much. And she said, I gotta go to church. And so they played it, and it was the song that played before the end credits. So that was really cool.
That's usually where.
So you kind of got the best of both worlds in that. You got
that was really cool.
Song,
the beginning song,
and then you got
the Come to Jesus
and
moment.
you got to be on the soundtrack.
Yes, I'm like, that's how I know that song was good.
Oh, definitely.
And it's so crazy because when it came out, it was the day before I was starting college. But I moved to a different college. I went to Houston Baptist University. Mm-hmm. And I really only went there because they gave me like a pretty hefty scholarship.
For music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they be on there.
HBU.
Yeah. Okay. So this was airing the day before my first day. And so then I go to college and I'm like, I'm the new person there. And all of them had been there for 2 years already. And I'll never forget, they were asking us to come up and introduce ourselves and tell the class something that happened this weekend, that like an icebreaker, like tell the class something amazing that happened to you this weekend. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And so everyone is like walking up and they're like, I have 10 siblings and I want to be a song leader at a mega church, like stuff like that, which is cool. That's their life.
HBU. Yeah.
Yeah, HBU. Like, it's fitting. Yeah. But they're saying stuff like that. And I'm just like, and some people are also saying things that I think are interesting too. Yeah. And
go ahead and flex on them. Tell them how you flexed on them real quick. Just say you got up there and you said,
I wasn't trying to flex. I wasn't trying to flex.
Wasn't trying to,
but I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was sitting in class and you got up there and said that, I'd have quit. Yeah. I'd have been like, I'm going home.
What can y'all teach me?
I said, what? I should be in her class.
Were you featured on HBO? You weren't? Okay. So anyway, I'm teaching the class.
You got up there and you said, hi, my name is Peyton.
On the stage, I said, hi, my name is Peyton. This is my first day. Like, I'm really happy to meet y'all. Something interesting that happened to me this weekend. One of my second songs I've ever released was featured on an HBO show called Insecure, and I'm so excited about it. Crickets.
Of course it's crickets. I'm not clapping. First of all, no, it's not even the way it's also the other way you set it up. The second song I ever released is on HBO. Some people been throwing songs at the wall. Oh, wait. You get up there. Hey, the second song I ever released.
Then Pam got to get up right after you.
HBO.
What you going to say?
What the next person say? I'm like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing after her.
They could have said anything.
No. Well, the thing is, I thought everything they were saying was cool too. Like, So.
You thought it was cool, but like even your other stories, like there are so many things you could have hit them with. Like, it's like, I was on tour with the internet My grandma taught Beyonce piano. There's a whole lot of things you could have been knocking out. You could have been knocking them out the park.
But we were just talking about this weekend. So
this weekend.
That's why
I'd have figured out a way to work it in. I'd have figured out a way to work it in.
Somebody was like,
nah,
I did a raisin in the sun all week. And you were like, and nigga, Insecure.
Have you heard of a little show called Insecure?
Yeah. On this one small channel called Home Box Office. I don't know if I've heard of it.
I don't know if y'all have cable. But if you do have cable or the app, I think that was HBO Go at the time. Was it HBO Go? Was HBO? No, HBO stopped doing that. No, HBO Go, HBO Now, HBO Max.
What was it again? It was the other one. It was Max.
It's HBO Max.
It's Max now.
Now they're going back to HBO.
I'm mad.
But I will say I learned very quickly that I cannot work these things in with these people because you just can't tell certain people things, you know?
Well,
and
I mean, after the crickets, did anybody come up and at least say hi to you? Like, hi, Peyton. You made friends still at HBU, right?
No one said hi to me, but I said hi to everybody.
Oh, wait, did you make any friends at HBU? Were they bullying you?
They weren't bullying me. People were just like, not like that. I almost want to say resistant towards me because I was just a little different from them. But I always, I think I'm really good. I think I'm pretty personable. Like, I feel like I make efforts to connect with anybody. Mm-hmm. But what can I do if they're like choosing to not connect with me, like making the effort to not? So at that point, I'm here for the grade. Like, you guys can be around. That's fine. Like, I'm trying to be cool. But if you're not, it's okay because I'm here at college to get my degree.
Exactly.
So, but I did end up meeting a couple people that I was like cordial with. I met one girl that like became my friend and she was a sweetie pie. But, I was just there to get the grade.
Okay.
Sing at your mega church. I'm over here doing big things, all right?
And again, that's cool.
There's nothing wrong.
No, you're not saying that.
There's nothing wrong.
What I'm saying does not reflect how Peyton feels.
Yeah.
Okay. Just disclaimer. Disclaimer.
This is, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sing at your mega church. Enjoy. Yeah. Some people sing in mega churches. Some people are on Insecure.
And, being able to open up for the internet at 17, which is pretty huge. And then having, members of Sarah be able to, produce for them, which is another huge thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
which is
it's amazing.
Separation from,
Yeah, I'm truly blessed. I will say I don't have any issues with gratitude. Like, I'm truly grateful. And like I'm blessed for sure.
No, and you're grateful. Our job here is to make sure you be grateful. We big you up.
We're gonna big you up. We're gonna big you up.
Because it's a big thing.
It is. Yeah. Again, I'm not bashful, and I know these things are big, but I was just stating the fact that.
Do you enjoy them in the moment, or is it something like you look back and you're like, wow, that was a lot? Or like in the moment, do you recognize like...
No, I'm geeked immediately.
Okay.
I'm like, this is my life. Ah!
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Did you go out and celebrate that night or anything?
I was 20, so...
Yes.
What did I do? I think maybe me and my parents like ordered something in or something.
You're so sweet. You and your parents?
Yeah, I'm only child, so like,
I was 20. I'm not going to be hanging out with my parents if I'm doing stuff like that. I'm like,
but I had school the next night. It was going to be my first.
That's now. But when I was a young man, I wasn't never there. You was there.
I was in college.
Yeah, but you were, when we were living there, you was there studying and doing stuff. Back. I was outside.
I didn't know where you was.
The thing is, like,
being a young whore.
I had school the next day, and also
going to school.
And I also did I drive at the time? I think I did drive. I don't know. So.
Was it weird having all these like big accomplishments and then kind of going back and doing regular stuff? Like,
I thought it was really funny, but when it was only weird when these things would come up and people would start being mean to me about it.
Okay.
But other than that, I wasn't like, I don't know.
Did you have a job at the time?
Did I have a job? I worked at Torchy's Tacos a little bit. That was my first job.
All right.
But I lived at home. Like,
I love a gentrified taco. Everybody.
Yeah, and it was the first one. So like now they're everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but when they were good at that 8 months, they were real good.
Yeah, but I was doing
people making them fried chicken tacos.
Oh yeah, no, they snap with that one.
Yeah.
I've never had one. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just fried chicken in a taco.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It worked.
Yeah. So I was doing a lot. Like, I feel like I had a lot of little side quests. I've always been super active in my life, and especially in music. And I just, like I said, it was just very natural for me. And also with my grandmother, I was always with her, whether it be in an educational, sense, or like if she's traveling around playing at churches or whatever she's doing. Like, I thought it was normal to just be doing a lot of different things in music, being busy. And because I just saw her travel all over the world, I was always by her side when she's doing different gigs. And so, yeah, all this stuff just seemed normal because my grandma was a superstar in my eyes. So I'm just like, oh, that's just the life of like a superstar girl. I don't know.
And not just surprised, and a lot of people's eyes. Your grandma was out here doing it, so you're just like, oh, that's just what you do.
Yeah. I'm like, this is normal. And then I'm growing up and I'm meeting friends outside of my bubble of like arts and stuff. And they're like, I didn't do any of that stuff, or my mom isn't taking me serious. And she says, you still doing those beats, or I don't know. And I'm like, that is so sad. Like, so I really sympathize with people when they tell me that, but I feel like I'm truly so rich in the fact that I've always had so much support in everything I wanted. So.
No, that's good. That's good. You should have talked to our mother. Our mother was not pro.
I figured you.
I had to go there because he produces.
You didn't support.
He produces no support whatsoever.
He didn't support none of my musical.
Yeah, man.
But I love you, Brenda.
Take a shot at your mom right now.
No,
take a shot at your mom right now. Go ahead and look at the camera. Look at the camera right now and tell her how you feel. Tell her how you feel.
I love you, Brenda.
Okay.
I just feel like it's a vicious cycle. Like if you tell, and no hard feelings to your mom, I don't know y'all's situation, but I'm just saying, like in relation to like what I was saying, like the parents who are discouraging actually with the things that you want to do, I'm relating it to what I was mentioning about the conscious and the subconscious mind. Like if someone's just telling you you're not going to be good at this thing, you won't be successful at it, you start to believe it.
Yeah.
And then guess what? You may not be. If you don't have that willpower to say, I'm rejecting this information. But a lot of people just become products of their environment, unfortunately.
And that's another thing too, where we talk about like, parents they're regular people. They be scared.
Yeah, they
too.
just a lot of times it's their first time being a parent.
And your parents and people had the experience.
They're
yeah. They
first time being people too.
Yeah. But I'm saying your parents and people had the experience of seeing like you can make a living and a career in entertainment and music.
And I saw it firsthand. Yeah.
They saw the path was there.
So it's not insane to do it, because you see people now where it's like, I do something that's out of the norm, and my kids think, oh, that's regular. That's what we can do.
Well, my mom did. My dad did it,
Yeah.
Like wrestling.
Yeah.
You try to get into wrestling?
Never. I got a buddy that wrestles.
Oh, okay.
I also forgot to mention my mom's side of the family, because I know she's going to be like, Pay, you didn't even mention your mom. But my mom, although she's not super musically inclined, and we're still working on clapping on 2 and 4 and not 1 and 3.
Wow.
I'm sure she would like for me to mention that she played the flute in high school. But also her family showed me a lot of great music. So even though a lot of them weren't necessarily musically inclined, they knew great music. So I was just always around great music, was listening to a lot of, it's funny. I actually call myself a city country girl, because I was spending Monday through Friday, or kind of Monday through Thursday-ish, in the city. And then on the weekend, I would go to Liberty, Texas, because that's where my mom is from. Yeah. So like a lot of Creole people, like Zydeco, all sorts of things. But then also like I'm listening to like a lot of oldies, like listening to a lot of Isley and what else, Shaka Khan, and oh my gosh, so much. So they put me on to like so much good music. Like I just thought it's so funny. Like growing up, I just thought music was just good. Because that's all I heard. And I'll never forget when I heard something and I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, I just thought that was not normal. I thought something bad happened.
Well, you know what? At the time, though, when they had CDs, there was like a few studios. You had to be good in order to be recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Then when it got to everybody, myself included, when it got to everybody, right, then that's when it started to really get bad, because I remember just going to different studios and like, my God, I've heard such trash. And then you get SoundCloud, and then like, that's the thing about SoundCloud, because it was hit or miss, because I know with SoundCloud, I know you heard some garbage.
You know what's funny? I've heard mostly great music on SoundCloud since I think there's a lot of good stuff out there.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. And maybe because, I don't know, maybe it was the algorithm they had, because I was, and maybe I just spend my time just sifting. I've always spent my time just sifting through music, whether it be online, record store, whatever. So if I don't grab it immediately, I will skip through, see if something grabs me and move on. So I probably just didn't even remember if I heard something bad, maybe. Yeah, but
I think you just kind of push through the stuff you don't like. It's like we had Pug Tunes. He's a producer out here. And shout out Pug Tunes. And he's like, I don't believe in good or bad music. Like, it's like all art. Like
it's subjective.
Yeah. See, I see a picture I don't like, I just go look at another picture. With music, he goes, man, I hear something I don't like, I just move on to something else. Yeah. Somebody like it somewhere.
Yeah. And music is really powerful. It invokes movement, feelings, and sometimes you're just not resonating with it at the moment. I mean, you ever heard something or read something or whatever, and it didn't capture you, or it went over your head, or you just didn't like it, and then you heard it or ran into that same thing a couple years later, and you're like, I love this.
What is that? The lady on TikTok, the woman, the stud that sang at the funeral. Okay, look. We can they made jokes about that woman for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, but they love it now.
But that song she just put out with the video, I was like, dog, this is really good.
Oh, I didn't see the video.
Oh, no, she has a whole song with a video.
I think she's dope.
She's in the desert singing, and then it's like, you hear, it's like, the lyrics for this song are really good.
No, they're powerful.
And I said, oh, this is like a really good gospel song. Like, that's just like, really is good.
Yes. That's just like, do y'all remember Ice JJ Fish?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Is he a real singer now?
So he's still singing and producing. He has pivoted to gospel music. Like all his music is just for the past 5 years, to be honest, only gospel music. But something I've always really liked him. I know people were like laughing, and I laughed too, but I'm like,
put yourself out there.
But beyond that, his melodies are so fire, and his writing is actually pretty catchy. Like if you just listen to, I would listen to his songs, even the ones that didn't go up, because he had 2 songs that got super popular, but I would listen, I'd be like, dang, if someone else sang this, this is going crazy.
Yeah.
He's a great writer,
And that's what I was thinking about. I really thought with, and I got to learn her name, because we've just been calling her Stud Funeral Lady, but I was just like,
that's him.
Well, that's not me. That's the internet.
Not even TikTok.
If y'all go on TikTok, y'all should look up Stud Funeral Lady, because if you'll look her up now, you're gonna see the good stuff. But like, I was like, yo, the lyrics to this song are good. I said, I just wish somebody else sang it.
Yeah.
But then they've done she re-recorded it and everything. It's good.
But the thing
sounds
is,
good on
her voice is not bad. Like, I think people didn't like her delivery that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. But on TikTok, it's funny. They were like, never have we seen these words put in the same sentence or strung together. Stud funeral lady.
Yeah.
None of like and that's honestly, a new description unlocked.
Yeah. And then it's certain things where it's like there are certain things that are just catchy. Like it's not like she wanted to say 1, 2, 3, release them. Because she's instructing them to release the balloons, but she made that a part of the re-recording, and it's like it fit because I'll be waiting for the part. I'll be like, yeah, release them, and I'll be like, God, she'd be like 1, 2.
No, but
it's a
honestly,
good song.
It is a good song.
It's really like, powerful. I'm glad that she added that to the track. I haven't heard the new track, but I will say I'm glad she included that because if you think about it, when you're going through grief and you're needing to, let that person be free. Yeah. It's like you need an exhale. You need to release them, let them go on to glory.
I think it fit. I think it fits perfectly, and it's one of those things you're like, oh, that's dope. So it goes back to what you were saying.
Some things are dope and funny at the same time. That's just like when you first see somebody just start breaking out dancing, you're going to laugh, right? Yeah. Because it's just like, it's like, wow, you're moving your body, like, it's kind of weird. But then it's like, this is so freaking dope.
It is.
So that's just life.
Whenever you catch
That's what I think. Yeah.
Sometimes it takes people a while to kind of catch on. And people like to, people like to hate on stuff or make fun of stuff in groups. And then we like to flip and then champion stuff in groups too. Yeah. It's all like group stuff. I think there are just certain people that are like, I can ride this out. Like, y'all making fun of me now. I like that she was like, oh, y'all making fun of me now, but I'm going to still keep on putting out music. I'm going to still keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. Because it is good for her. And now she's with.
Yeah. That one tweet, or it was a tweet or somebody said that it was sometimes you didn't make it in the music industry because music or entertainment industry because your nervous system wasn't set up for that. And it was like,
I just saw that and I agree.
You're going to go through a lot.
Is your nervous system set up for it?
Seems like it.
I think so.
Because you've seen people like your grandmother and stuff like that have to deal with, like, that's a lot to deal with the eyes of people.
I will say it's new challenges though, like obviously social media and stuff, like through and through, I'm a musician. And although I feel like I have a personality, like having to, like get ready with me and let me it's not.
That's a bit much. No, people made fun of that. Like they're like, they didn't have to do that in the past. It's not like Bob Dylan was like, I got the song of the summer. I also like this matcha. Yeah. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to sell that.
Yeah.
Also, sidebar, I love Black women because they're so smart and so funny because they started this trend called Get Unready With Me, where they just take everything off and just talk about stuff. It's so cute. I'm like, y'all are so smart and funny.
That is very creative.
Of course.
It makes perfect sense.
But yeah, so sometimes that can be a challenge because sometimes I don't feel like posting, and then you got to keep up with the algorithm. And TikTok, they always have creators telling you that if you don't post, TikTok will punish you, and then you'll have to start over with the algorithm. So that's kind of stressful. I'm just like, dang, like I'm not interested. Yeah. And so sometimes I feel like that, and just sometimes I feel the pressures of how things need to look, like really from other people though, because one time I've made a cover of a song and I sounded great, but then someone that I was working with, they were like, well, you have like this box in the back and it might be distracting. And then I'm just like, dang, but I sounded great. And I guess I have to redo this. And now I feel a little discouraged. And I know sometimes you have to redo things to get it right. But like moments like that was stressful for me sometimes. But, just being strategic does help. But also just all that can be a lot because ultimately I'm a musician. And but I will say it does pay off to highlight yourself and make use of all your talents. So for me, I love music. So I've been telling myself just making sure that I'm constantly promoting my music. And I love my music, so I'm not scared to promote it. But also showcasing all my talents, like making sure I'm showing people I'm a violinist, I'm a pianist, because not everybody knows me yet, So just making sure like not necessarily get too focused on, oh, I have to make this post, but like just, not feeling, just making sure I'm thinking about it in a sense where it's like, I'm just showcasing my talents and just making good use of it. Like even recently, I'm like, I need to be showcasing my hair more because I can be making some money off these hair care brands. My hair is gorgeous. I'm like, give me some money. So I'm like, honestly, when I thought about it like that, I'm like, yes, I will continue to post beautiful pictures of myself. I will continue to make videos of me singing, and why not make use of my blessings?
Yes, God blessed you.
And
use it.
Yeah, and let my blessings pay me.
Yes.
Shit.
Let my blessings pay.
Shit. You also happen to work with a pretty they're like a flexible label. Like when I think of like Stone's Throw or things like that, they're able. They have a myriad of. I mean, first of all, talk about just connecting with Stone's Throw in the first place.
Oh wow. What Stone's Throw is so crazy. So they found my music. Well, Peanut Butter Wolf, which is the creator of Stone's Throw, he found my song Sweet Honey through Giles Peterson. Giles actually posted Sweet Honey or put it in a mix or something. And then Wolf, which is Peanut Butter Wolf, he tweeted the link and he's like, this is the craziest song I've ever heard. And then I was like, who is this guy?
So you had no clue who he was.
I didn't know who he was.
Okay.
But what was crazy is that I listened to practically all of the Black artists that came through Stone's Throw. Yeah. But I'm just a musician, like through and through. And like, of course, I always knew I wanted to be a star, but I didn't know so much about the industry where I know labels like beyond the ones that everybody else knows, or like just who people are signed to. I'm like, I'm a kid. Like, why do I need to know? Am I an A&R? Why do I need to know? I don't know.
Everything.
So I can't know.
Everybody acts like A&Rs now.
Oh, so brother. Anywho, that's another conversation.
Opening week sales? I'm like, dog, who are you?
Who are you?
Exactly.
They're like, such and such only did 20,000 opening week. I'm like, only 20,000? That's a lot.
That's 20,000 people.
That's a lot of people. I'll be like, oh, okay. But I was like, okay, I get it. You're the A&R for
Installusion.
You don't know everything.
Complete
not everybody
delusion.
knows every single thing, period.
But you, not these fake A&Rs, but you met Stone's Throw, Peanut Butter Wolf.
Yeah, so he tweeted
label.
that, and I'm just like, who is this guy? And Bobby's like, do you realize who this is?
That's big.
And I was like, no. And he's really into like spinning, and he was a DJ or is a DJ too. So he knows all this stuff, and he's Asian. So, and that's another thing. Asian people love hip hop culture. So they be really into it. They be studying it. Even like white boys too. They be dissertations, so they be just way more into it. I'm thinking I know all this stuff because I'm Black, but they get real technical with it. But anywho, so he's telling me, oh, this guy, he's the founder of this label. And, he's telling me all this stuff. And he's telling me all the artists who were on it, like Madlib and MF Doom and Jay Dilla. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I grew up listening to, I wrote raps to his beats when I was when I was 13. And I really got into like hip hop instrumentals. And I would just hours just looking up hip hop instrumentals, and I started writing raps in my journal. So that's how
back to the pen.
We're back. Yeah,
we're back to the pen. All right, so let's put a pin.
I was waiting on that.
No, we were gonna get back to it eventually. You were writing raps in the journal, and we're gonna come back to raps in the journal. What raps are you writing?
They were like
Issa Rae.
I think, and I still have the journal because actually my grandmother got me into writing in journals. So she was definitely a wordsmith, someone who just like, she was a great writer. She was always writing, doing word puzzles, things like that. So watching her growing up, I always journaled because I saw her doing it. So as soon as I learned how to write, I'm having journals. I'm like, today I ate fruit snack, like just like, since I was a kid, like nothing really happening for real, Yeah. But so that's how I started that habit. Anywho, so I just really got into instrumentals randomly. I always been a lover of hip hop, and so I guess I just wanted to fully immerse myself in it because I've just always wanted to fully immerse myself in music. And so I just challenged myself, and it was so funny. The raps that I was writing, I wanted them to just be hilarious. So they were all super funny raps, but they were very interesting. Like
Jack Fox type stuff.
Yeah. But I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the raps off rip, but there were some funny moments. There were some funny moments because it's one I'm it's like right here. But essentially, one of the lines was I was trying to sound. The whole rap was me acting like I was hard, but it was obvious that I was like fake hard.
I get it.
So like I thought that was funny. Yeah. So it was one line. I was like, you know who killed Tupac? It was my cousin, or I said something like that, and I thought that shit was hilarious.
I feel you.
I understand. Your cousin's puffy?
Oh no!
Allegedly. Okay, so
that went deep.
So
I didn't know that was going.
Baby did it. We know.
Well, when I wrote that, I was 13, so I didn't know any of this stuff would transpire. So that has a different context.
We all didn't know.
Edit it out. Edit it out.
Edit it out. We didn't know none of that. We didn't know anything about this until 50 told us last week.
Yeah,
but so Stone's Throw, like.
Yeah.
This is off of and see, this is back when Twitter was good.
Was lit.
Look what you took from us, Elon.
That was
you took this from us, Elon. I can't believe this. So off of the tweet, and you signed the Stone's Throw.
Yeah, so when he tells me who he is and the people who are on the label, I'm like, I love all those artists, and then so he was like, Bobby was like, you should definitely reach out, say what's up. And so I'm like, hey, that's my song and I'm so happy you love it. And he's like, yeah, I love your music and like, let's connect. So he asked for my number and my email and he's like, please just send me demos. Like, I love your music. And yeah, the rest is history, to be honest. Yeah.
That's dope. And who else? Anderson .Paak.
Oh yeah, Anderson .Paak
is on Stone's Throw.
Knowledge.
Like Stone's Throw is not
no
just
worries.
Rappers, but like no worries. Anderson .Paak, yeah.
But it's interesting though because like I'm one of maybe 3 in total Black women who were assigned to Stones, who were vocalists, and but even though I'm one of 3, like just in general. I've always been a very different artist, like on Stones. So like they loved my music, but sometimes they felt like she's so unique. We don't know what to do with her. Like she doesn't fit like in what we have going on, but we like her, but we don't know how to, they're like, we know how to like connect her and like, we love her and we'll continue to like support her, but we want to get her with the right people who can like really get things going. And, they didn't necessarily make the connection, but like connecting with Shafiq and he's already, he worked with Anderson and like, so they already had that connection, Stones, like PB and Shafiq. And obviously they were coming up in the hip hop era, like DJing and all sorts of things. But connecting with Shafiq, he's like, I'm telling him about this and he was like, wait, you're signed? And I'm like, yeah, I guess no one really knows that, but I am signed. I'm signed to Stones. He's like, I know those people. I need to just help you out. Like, because I was telling him, yeah, they're saying like, I'm so unique and like, they just, sometimes they don't know what to do. And he's like, I know what to do. And then, so then he called a meeting and they were just so hype and yeah. The rest.
Wait a minute. So how did you meet Shafiq?
So Shafiq has just been keeping up with me since I first started putting music out. And he was buddies with Drew Evans, who is also known as Risky Cereal. And they came up together, like they grew up in the same neighborhood. And so Drew was definitely the plug. Like he grew up with all the old heads. And they were like, they love my music. So I guess
you're telling Shafiq like Oh yeah, I am signed to a label. It's Stone's Throw.
Yeah, and he didn't know. We worked multiple times, and he was like, "You've been signed this whole time," you know.
Number one,
so you're just like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm signed to Stone's Throw."
I'm signed to Stone's Throw,
and of course, so he's like, "Yo, let's just we just start putting stuff." So he just
it's just not a thing that would come up just because, like, all of my listeners, I would say most of my listeners didn't find me through Stone's Throw.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess it doesn't come up because of that. Like, so yeah. Not that I'm like trying to hide it. Like if it comes up, it comes up. Like that was the perfect time, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, but you know that they Anderson .Paak and No Worries. Okay, he's a singer, but then also it's No Worries is a little it's rapping. Yeah. It's also like, there is that.
We got with Dre. That. He was definitely writing them raps.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah. So you get with Shafiq. Shafiq's like, "Oh, you're signed to Stone's Throw. I know those guys. Let's go ahead and get this together." And you guys start working on Gold. AU.
Yeah, AU. And we made a song for, when we first met, he was like, "I want to work with you, and I think you would be great on my project called So Gold." And so we made a track, we made another one, we started another one, and then from there, a couple months later, he was like, I should just work on your album. Like, and from there, that's when we started to make AU, and it took about like a year and a half to make. And I was just flying back and forth to LA because they wanted me to specifically work on the Newman mic. I think that's what it's called, Newman. Okay. It's like a specialty mic.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And we called it AU. I mean, because of the message, but definitely as a nod to So Golds. So AU, which is elemental symbol for golds, is a nod to So Golds.
Sweet.
Yeah. But AU, I called it AU also because all of the messages are, in my opinion, golden. Like, I'm talking about things that we all go through, self-confliction, things with friends, frenemies, let's see, cheating, what else? Your spiritual connection with God, like so many things that come up with people of all ages. And I'm like, how can I talk about this in a way that allows me to process these things, and not to repress these things, but process them and just make it to where, well, I was explaining to Devon that I'm talking about what I went through, and I'm zooming out, and I'm like, this is what happened. I'm seeing the duality of it, but I'm gonna, I guess, take the high road and just be golden. Not like I'm like repressing any emotions, or like I'm like, or doing anything where how can I describe it? I feel like it's just, this is what happened, and you know, this is how I move on, and this is how I grow from this. And I feel like that's the true definition of being golden.
That's good.
You know,
take the high road.
Yeah, so taking the high road. Because some people think taking the high road means to suppress your feelings and to not really work through a situation. But you got to work through the situation. You just got to, because it's going to come up. And it might come up in a bad way.
Great emotional intelligence. So, is your music therapeutic to yourself?
Yes. Music has always been like a place of solace for me. So, and I've always wanted it to be like that for other people too. And you know, it's so funny, when I was first realizing I wanted to actually make my own music, well, a couple of things came up. I was like, I love all this music, all these genres, but I wish that I had this type of beat on this type of song, or these type of lyrics on. So I'm like, okay, obviously I have to make that song. But also, I always thought, I want to make world music. So music that I feel anyone can resonate with. So I feel like a lot of my music, I do try to think about like everyone and like how they could resonate with this somehow. I still make music for me, but I'm like, it's also this, oh wow, I think I'm a little funny.
mean? What you mean? Elaborate.
Because I feel like when I was very, very young, I used to be very, very bashful and had really bad social anxiety. But I remember and I think this is some only child shit, because I just feel like certain kids weren't having these sort of realizations. But I remember sitting down with myself and I was like 8 years old and I'm just like, I want to be a superstar. But I can't be bashful. Like, I didn't say bashful. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. I can't be shy like this. I gotta work through this. Like, how can I show up as myself, but how can I show up as myself, but still be comfortable around everyone else? Yeah. So I feel like every day I was working on that.
How'd you work on that at 8? Like, what were you doing? Like, were you like, I'm gonna go talk in front of some people, or what? Like, what did you think you started to do?
These kids.
I was just very observant. So I think mostly, like, when I was a kid, it was just mainly observing and just thinking to myself, like, I'm okay. Like, you know, I'm in this social setting and I'm okay. You know, and then like just as I got older, just different methods of how I can feel comfortable around other people and still feel like I don't have to compromise who I am and try to bend to, like, you know, I feel like I can vibe with anybody. Like, I'm adaptable, but I'm not gonna not be myself. Yeah, and I definitely attribute that to that conversation I had with myself. So I just thought those things were connected, because I'm just like, I want to make world music. I want to connect and reach as many people as I can with my voice, period, whether it be music or what I say. But still be myself, and hopefully everyone resonates.
And as they should. So, like, let's say it's 2026, the aliens come. They come directly to you. They say, we want to know what you're about. Give me one song.
Swag.
That's you.
Swag song.
Yeah, and I love my
songs too. Huh? One of your earlier songs.
Yeah, Swag came out in 2020, and it's so funny because I made the song as a joke. I wrote it in like 20 minutes. I was like, and you know, I love Lil B. I love like just swag. Like stuff like that. So I made it to be funny. I was like, I want to make this song sound like poppy, but I'm on some like swag shit, you know, but then also make it super dramatic. And it's so funny that I chose to do that too, because I've noticed with, you know, your biggest hits, there's some drama in it.
Yeah.
Because that's how you remember it. But it's so funny. I wrote it in like 15 minutes. And that song got synced so many times. And I'm like, I love getting a bag off a joke. But but the song is good. The song is good though. But I was joking because in the middle, I'm literally swag. Like, you know, on some gospel shit.
You had so much fun on it.
Yeah.
And when it comes to music to me is about energy. And when you record certain energies, that's just what it is. Yeah. And your energy was so good on that. But when we're talking about your album Gold, right? AU, what was going on in your life in order for you to be able to write something like this?
Oh my goodness. How old was I? Okay, I'm 28. Like, I guess I was 26. And just definitely it was just a coming of age thing for me. Like, I'm moving to the next portion of my 20s and I'm in my mid-20s, so I'm close to 30, but close to when I was a teenager. Feel in between. Just I had so many interesting situations in business, friendship, you know, romance, inner conflicts. Just all this stuff was happening at once, and I think I just reached a point of I almost want to say ego death. I'm just like, it's just that it's that feeling like, you know, when you're in a car crash and it's just everything, it just feels silent. It's just like, it's like, okay, well, now this happened. How can I move forward? So I felt like that at that point in my life. So I'm just like, it felt like a fresh start to have a different perspective and heal myself.
So it sounded like you were getting a lot off your chest. When you said ego death, that really resonated with me. No, it's really important. I think it's important for musicians, especially when you're putting music out. Musicians putting music out, stupid. Anyway, when you're like, ego death is really important because you're really expressing yourself.
Yeah.
And so like, that's what everybody, like the greatest do it. Like they're just getting rid of all that energy and putting something, out that's near and dear to them. What's next for you?
But the thing is about the ego death feeling is that, and I'm sorry, I'll get to your question, but
no. Forget his question. Talk about what you're talking about.
Yeah. I got more.
Okay, for sure. You seem like you have plenty. But the thing about the statement of feeling like it was the ego death, it more so felt like a grounding. Some people, when they talk about an ego death, it's like they're, you're coming off your high horse or whatever it is. And it's like, and I guess that's kind of what it is, coming down to earth. But I wasn't necessarily on my high horse, but, I just had a lot of reality checks and a lot of new ways to think about these things happening in my life, So it was more like a grounding, like, okay, I'm starting from the ground.
There's also parts where it's like, there are songs that are very upbeat, but they're also talking about things that aren't necessarily, I think, upbeat. When you think about like Answers or Red Flags or things like that, where it's like, I was like, I love Answers. And it's just I was like, this is kind of sad when you're hearing it, but I'm like, it's also kind of happy. You know what I mean?
Wow. Do you feel like Answers is sad? Like
sometimes, yeah.
Is it the how the beat sounds or like the message?
No, the beat sounds very kind of like
it's flowy,
upbeat and like flowy, but the message, like some of the lyrics, you're like, I don't know. I'm like, was this like a breakup? Was this a? I want to be like,
what was this nigga name? Yeah. What did he do? That's basically what I'm getting at. What was this nigga name? Yeah. And what did he do?
I can't say his name.
You don't have to say his name.
But I will.
You don't have to say his name, but he's looking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I am. Well, anyway, but Answers is actually about. There's actually 2 songs on AU about like some sort of weird relationship or like a situation or a sticky situation or a situationship or something or whatever it be. But with Answers is about me dating this guy, or it's a conversation between me and this guy, and I'm telling him, you have someone, like you're married, you have a girlfriend, whatever, like, do you really want to do this? And do you know there will be some sort of consequence if you do? It could be, but so I'm just going through that with him, and then the bridge, I'm just like, the lyrics are, he asked me for an alibi. I gotta leave hoes alone, but they never stay too long because they gotta go home. And around this time, I guess he's getting caught. I don't really know what you're gonna do. That's just between her and you. I don't got time for the drama. I got a life, because ultimately I told you this isn't anything you had to do. Yeah, and so I had a situation like that where like I was dating this guy and it was revealed that they were married, and I found out on Twitter because I found out on Twitter. But I was like, and then I mentioned it, and then they were like, yeah. And I'm just like, do you want to do that? It seems like she likes you a lot. Like she's posting you every day. Her mom's like, I love my, like, are you sure?
You found
he doesn't like her a lot.
You found this on Twitter, like you're just going through the timeline and you're just like, oh.
No, my friends, his wedding picture went viral.
Oh.
So my friends sent it to me, and they were like, oh, I think he's married. They were like, I think he's married.
That nigga fine. God damn.
Well.
Golly.
So his wedding picture goes viral. Yeah. Your friend sent you the wedding picture.
Play.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So then they sent it to me, and they're like, I think what he told me was he was using a lot of verbiage like that was hinting that he was in maybe a separation or like a breakup. And he was
get caught.
Yeah.
If you get caught, you're like, we're separated.
That was my bread and butter.
Well, he was telling me that before I actually like saw that viral. Okay. So I was just like, oh, that's sad. And I've never dealt with anyone like that. So I'm like just believing it. And I'm just like, oh, and he's like, yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. Whole time he don't have enough details to lie about. So he like, oh no, I don't really want to talk about it. Yeah, whole time you're married. So yeah, keep it vague as possible. Yeah. So then it goes viral and then I'm just like, hey? You know, but yeah.
When you called him, you're like, hey, you on Twitter. And that's when Twitter was good. You're on Twitter. Yeah. What's up?
Pretty much. But yeah, I ended up having a conversation with him and, you know, he was just like, you know, I have all these things going for me and that's why I'm doing these things. I still love her. And, you know, he was just like feeling like a hot boy or something because I don't know. But I'm just like, you know.
You're like, I'm going to put you in a song.
If it goes viral, if a picture of yours goes viral, you're a hot boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So.
Be honest. Yeah, I love the honesty. Love it.
But were you like, I'm about to put you in a song? It's about to happen, you see.
And the thing is, so it wasn't necessarily my intention. It just, when I heard the song and it was just like on my heart because like I hung out with him and we had the conversation and I happened to, and then he called me a car and like I went to the studio to like have a session with Shafiq. And Shafiq's making the beat, and I'm just like, I know what I'm gonna talk about.
Right. Oh, so this is right after. Yeah. So you
perfect.
Yeah.
He Ubered you to the studio? Oh, so he knew he was gonna be in the song.
He, like, he called a car.
No, he didn't know because I was also staying.
It was something else.
So Shafiq had a home, he has a home studio. So he was also allowing me to stay there, which thank you, Shafiq. Yeah, because LA, you can spin a band like so quick. But anywho, but yeah. So I guess he was just thinking, oh, she's just going home. Like, nah.
You're like, nah. I
am.
Hot 16.
But
what about Red Flags though? What was that? That's what I really want.
Red Flags is about a friend who doesn't know if they love or hate you, or if they want to be you.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You've talked about this a lot in your life about, you know, the way people view you and you're just being you and there's nothing wrong. You're being you doing your thing and somebody's like, I hate her.
She
gets to be tall and beautiful and sing.
You think I'm tall?
You're relatively.
I'm 5'5".
Relatively.
That's a regular height.
You know?
I'm sorry.
We're here to big
He's
people
the
up.
tiny bitches.
He thinks we're taller than people, so you just be like,
I give everybody.
He gives women the tall stuff all the time. You could have been 5'2".
My girlfriend's 5'3".
5'3", 5'. You think she's tall?
Hell.
You know what? I like that.
Yeah, just give people.
This guy gets bitches.
Used to. I'm reformed.
I'm about to say his girlfriend.
Sorry.
I'm a good person now.
He's retired.
Yeah.
Sorry, girlfriend.
Yeah, he doesn't have the answers. I'm just making sure. That's what I meant.
But yeah, so I was just talking about that because I had a very interesting situation with a friend who I loved her so much, and honestly, I have experienced that in life where, you know, I was putting my best foot forward, and I thought it was a mutual admiration or love, and it ended up not being so. Yeah. And it was tough. You know, I didn't know any better, but now I do. So I know the signs.
And sometimes it is that. When you just it could be mutual admiration at first until you start getting more than they're getting. And then they're like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that definitely has happened. At you
and it's like, dog, she came in class and just told us she had a song on HBO. Now I want to hate on you a little bit more. You'd be surprised what people be jealous about. People be jealous about nothing. Yeah.
People be jealous about us.
Wow.
And we have nothing.
We have nothing.
Absolutely. We have nothing. Absolutely
nothing.
I'm telling you, not a thing.
Not a thing.
See, when you're so happy and you carry yourself with purpose and ambition, and you have some sort of will power to move on in your life, or move forward in your life, you truly are rich in your spirit. So people will like, you know, even if you don't got like a dollar to your name, people like, damn, you know, you're rich. You know, even with me, like, you know, I'm still, you know, God has blessed me, and I won't ever, you know, say anything like bad about myself. But I will say people think I got way more than I have. And it's crazy because they think it off of like the most weirdest stuff ever. Like my followers or like who follows me. Yeah. I'm like, they'll be like, I see that Anderson .Paak follows you. Does he pay me? No, he has not sent me $1. And that's okay. And that's okay because he's still my buddy. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I don't know what they think I have going on. They think you have a lot. Like, yeah. I mean, and I like that. Because people, and you know what? Keep thinking that, and I will show you. There will be signs.
You'll get it.
There will be signs. There will be signs. What's the first sign that you're making like serious money? Like right now, the lottery I lost. It's at 1.1 billion. 1.1 billion.
He be playing the lottery like a whole nigga.
If you hit the lottery, like I'm talking about, things start going well. What's the first sign that
platinum album?
What's the first sign that people are gonna know?
You know?
I got some new glasses.
You got some. What
brand?
What period had no glasses?
I start having all my essentials. They'll be like, "Damn, this bitch got her life together. She got like basic teas, and her hair seems moisturized all the time.
Okay,
and she seems to have all her essential pieces. You know,
that's important.
You know, that's when you'll know I am so rich."
What type of glasses you gonna get? Them Ray-Bans with the cameras in them? Or what?
I don't know. Whatever looks the freshest.
Freshest. Okay.
A myriad of glasses.
All right,
what's going to be yours? You hit 1.1 billion. What's the first thing?
I'm buying my mom something.
I'm buying you. Oh yeah, off ramp.
Yeah, I got to buy my family something because they've supported me. Like this is my biggest.
But what's the first sign? No, I'm talking about that's a sweet.
That's the first. Oh, the first sign.
Nice of course, we're all gonna buy our mom something. We're gonna buy our dad something too.
What are y'all gonna do on the first day? That's what I want to know. What are you gonna do on the first day that you receive the money?
I'm gonna do like something. I woke up and bought a Benz. Payroll Giovanni. Something. I'm going in there. I'm like, bro. I want the blue one with the brown interior. I want like I don't want a 500. I want a 600. You got to order that. I got to wait on that. But while I'm waiting on that, I'm gonna get a 500 because I can get it right then and there. Boom. That's what I'm doing. I'm buying 2 cars.
You're a very nice person. I like that.
What are you gonna do on your first day?
I'll be honest with you.
I'm taking dates.
All right. I got, and this is I know I got a little. This is why I have to go to therapy. Look, there are.
Everyone should go. By the way,
everybody. I do go.
I also go.
There are 4 people that I definitely want to slap, but I know they're gonna press charges. But if I hit that billion, I'm gonna come out the blue and just slap them. I'm gonna just give them,
and then you'll have a.
I'm gonna give the money Squid Game style. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like, but I'm talking about I'm coming out the blue. I know their jobs. I know where they're at. Not like I'm stalking y'all, but you know I'm not stalking. I just happen to know their lives like that.
I know where you
but
live.
there are. It's not the people you thinking.
I was thinking one of them would be me.
Why are you over here?
It's my brother. If he got beef, I'm not gonna slap.
I'm not. Yeah. But there are like four legitimate people that I just want to be.
Is there somebody I don't like either? One of them?
2 of them. 2 of them. 2 of them. Yes. 2 of them. Yeah.
I'm there for that.
But once that's done, and here's the wild thing too: 1.1 billion. I got to be honest. I just feel like you could slap somebody and pay them to not press charges for a very minimal amount. Because I'm not telling people I have money.
Yeah.
I'm not telling. I'm gonna slap them. I just throw 1,000 on. I'll throw 1 billion. That's it.
We did just watch a documentary with a person that did a bunch of terrible things and just gave people money.
And it seemed like he didn't pay some of them for what I heard.
Paying nobody.
Yeah.
It was just in hopes.
Yeah. People were just. It's kind of like what you were saying, where it's like people
That's
think
what I heard.
You have something.
Yeah.
Like people think.
That's what we watched.
People were like, oh. He got a bunch of money, and they were just doing stuff because they're like, well, eventually he's going to give me some money. And I'm like, no, he's not. That's how he has a bunch of money. He don't give out money.
He don't give it to nobody.
No.
Man, what he did to that producer, was his name Rod? Oh my God!
The fact that he admitted it,
I needed $300,000. Like I would, and I could understand.
I didn't watch it yet. So I don't know. Yeah.
I'm saying right now. I mean, it depends.
My heart can take some shit, but
yeah, just
you gotta know sometimes.
Look, I mean, if you do watch it, you know, just be in the mood for it. If you don't watch it, like in 5 years when he gets out, just avoid Diddy at all costs.
Yeah.
And anybody else
avoid him
around him.
Diddy's coming for you. Oh my God.
There are a number of people in that documentary. Pretty much just look up the names in the documentary and avoid most of them. Because they was all a part of it. It's conglomerate.
Oh my goodness. Russell Simmons, Diddy.
Russell Simmons went to Bali like a super villain. But anyway,
he really
did. But Kimora got a new show, so watch that show. Support Kimora, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Kimora and the kids.
What am I gonna do on the first day? How much money?
1.1 billion. You know, the government will take half. The government take half, but that's still, you know,
so you're gonna after taxes, right? You're gonna have like 400 something million. Oh, it's 1.1. You're gonna have like 5.
You're gonna be straight.
5.
So you got 500 million.
That's
what you doing?
Way too much money.
So much.
So in a couple of days, I'll figure out how I'm gonna give a little bit of that away. But I will say the first day off rip, I'm like sending my friends like a Zelle or something.
Yeah, I would definitely
and my family, you know, my close. I mean, my besties, like my 2 bestie girls, my parents, my grandma.
Yeah, of course.
And then I'm gonna be like, hey, I'll talk about it at dinner. Y'all want to come to dinner? And then we go to a really nice dinner.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all I would do.
Figure out
and
the
then
tax
we
strategy.
could party, that night. And then the next day, I'll talk to my financial advisor. But the first day, we going to dinner and I'm sending a little money out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I would definitely send out money through Zelles if we're being nice. After the slappings, I would send out money.
Oh, you doing the slap immediately? You like?
Oh, the slaps are immediate. I'm telling you right now.
I got the money
before the check.
You're not even gonna hang out with me. You're gonna be like, I gotta slap these niggas.
So after the slap, how does it look like when you're handing the money to them? Is it going to be like one of these, or it's going to be like a sack?
I'm hoping
or it's going to be a stack, and then you're going to do a money spread and be like,
no, I'm going to just drop it. I'm just drop a band right on top of them because I'm hoping the
slap. Are you going to put on their head? You going to drop a band on their forehead?
Yeah, just literally, just right
there, bitch.
You need to do it the most disrespectful. Look,
that's why I said drop it on their forehead.
You slap them. I want to take the money, throw it in their face,
just throw it.
Throw it in their face,
and just keep walking.
Be like, pick it up, peasant.
Like that. That's it. That's it.
You rhinoceros pizzle.
Now, after that, I probably would do things like, I don't know, just go to Frenchie's, buy out everything, and just start handing out food to the homeless. Like stuff like that. I just feel like that's an easy thing to do. Go pay for everybody's lunch, like at all the schools that I like. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what,
you know, like not all the schools, but I'm going to go to the schools I like and be like, yo.
Going to Prairie View. Dropping a bag.
Yeah.
If I was
I was talking about like middle school stuff like that. Like, I'm a blow. I'm like, hey man, get them kids.
Hey, that's
if I was single, I got a list of Instagram girls. I'd be like that.
Okay, that's wild. See, that's how you're gonna lose that money immediately.
So,
you're gonna lose all that.
You just told me not to get you in trouble, and you're gonna get yourself in trouble.
She don't watch
anyway.
Okay.
She doesn't watch it.
Okay. This will be the part that she watches.
But
they're gonna clip this up and they're gonna send that to her.
Do it.
Same way.
The clip farming.
Make me viral.
Send out. Me viral. Okay. The same way Twitter sent that wedding photo out. That's what's
you know her. She'd be like, that's hilarious.
Okay.
As long as you get paid.
Okay.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's real.
You are a billionaire now. So, okay.
I woke up and bought a Benz.
But that's what Britney Spears did when she got her first bag. She went back to her hometown and was handing out $50 or $100 to everyone she met.
That was...
and you know her hometown.
That was bumfuck Louisiana.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, she drove her car down the street and was handing out $100 bills.
She almost collapsed the economy out there. I'm telling you right now.
That's dope. Britney Spears, I love her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sugar. That's that Southern. That Southern thing.
Yeah.
We're down to earth. We're literally at the bottom, for a reason. Because we down to,
So you're gonna go out to Third Ward and just start handing out money?
I would like to.
Yeah.
I would like to just give money to people who I think need it or deserve it. So, yeah.
Give money to HSPVA?
Yeah, I would love to. I will say I'm not proud of the fact that I don't know if it's permanent, but the people who are currently running it thought that it would be best that they removed the Black History program because
really
they said that it felt like it wasn't inclusive to all people, which is crazy because we always had
all people.
Yeah,
totally, but also everyone was invited to be a part. We had all sorts of people we had white people. Everybody was in the play. If you liked Black people and you were cool with us, you wanted to be in the play. You know,
we're in the story of Thanksgiving is a world now where everything is like, you doing stuff for Black people, you can't do it for us.
Because everything is white centric. And another thing, we're gonna say this too. Look, Thanksgiving food, it's trash. If we hate British food, why are we gonna listen to the British people that came over here and then had the terrible recipe? Whoa. Like they got the stuff from the natives and then had they used their terrible spices. If
you think Thanksgiving came from Britain? I'm like, no, that's over here. You know what I'm saying?
But they have to use the stuff.
It is pilgrim food, but I feel like it's been finessed. We've finessed it. I don't know.
It's been finessed.
The sides are what it is. Ain't nobody trying to cook turkey.
Pilgrims didn't know how to cook. That's Squanto food. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Squanto had to save them. You know, we forget about that.
And then they gave him smallpox.
Well, yes, they did do that. You know, that's a history. But
anyway,
there's a certain
HSPVA get it together.
So I would like to give them some money, but it depends on who's in charge and who's serious about really keeping the integrity of the school. So that's where I'm at.
You can start your own.
And it's wild too, the amount of Black artists, successful Black artists that y'all have from HSP. Man, y'all might be able to just do y'all's own Black history.
I'm not gonna lie, because I've met Robert Glasper a couple times. And
y'all will put on a fire Black. You know what? Maybe y'all should do a Black. You know what? Fine. If y'all don't appreciate it, because I know the students would appreciate it, but that's crazy that it's like, we need to figure out a way to be inclusive by just not doing this.
The thing is, when they got the new building, they were like, it's just the integrity of the school kind of shifted a little bit because, they had to meet the standards of the person who gave them the money.
Okay.
And their what they stand by, I guess, is not really closely aligned to what I think HSPVA stands for. So, yeah.
Okay. HSPVA beef.
Yeah.
That's fine. So what is next for you, though? Like, we got the album that came out on September, 12th?
Yes.
Okay. So
the new vinyls?
Yes. And the vinyl came out November 13th. They're available.
Oh, I got all three.
Okay. I figured.
I said, yeah. Yeah, all three of her albums are available on vinyl.
I need CDs.
On stonesthrow.com. That's STONES throw THROW.com. Yeah. And then look for my name, Peyton, PEYTON.
Yeah, pick up some Mad Lib, pick up some MF Doom, pick up some Peyton.
How do people spell your name? Because I listened to your interview with him, and you were like, think how my name's spelled right. And you were amazed at that.
And my name is very common.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
But
how are they spelling it?
Okay, we have to consider a lot of things. Like, we're currently, do you know that the average literacy level in the U.S. is a third grade comprehension? Man. You would know as an educator.
This is my bestest friend.
Yeah.
He tells me.
So just consider that. But yeah, so I've seen my name spelled like Patton. I'm like, so where does the A come in? Like, no I, no Y, no nothing. I've seen my spell, and with a double T too. I was like, whoa, you never heard this name before? You never even seen it.
It's very simple.
So
low literacy level.
And then so a lot of that people have spelled, and some people have given up. Just put Page. I mean,
Page.
Yeah, totally different name.
Okay.
So that's why I make sure to spell it. And then also, for more normal people, they might just spell it PAYTON on a more normal level.
But also, you do a lot of payday.
Yeah, so that helps. That helps. Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about Peyton with Payday, and like I said, so you got your album, you got everything going, you going on tour, what are we doing?
I'm sure I will be going on tour. I just haven't. The opportunity has not revealed itself just yet. But I will say, on January the 15th, I will be performing in Austin. We're locking the show down now, so I don't know if I should say it, but it will be in Austin. So actually, everyone just follow me so we can,
tell them where to follow you.
Where can they follow you?
Yes. If you. I don't have on my glasses. Am I looking into the camera?
You're at the camera. You're good.
Perfect. Okay, so if you want to keep up with my upcoming shows, my music, you can find me at Peyton, just Peyton, Peyton, on Instagram and Twitter. Even though I don't use it, but maybe you can look at old tweets. Maybe. I don't know. And if you can't find my name, you can also look up Payday, Peyday. And on YouTube and TikTok, I am Pay Me Today. That's Pey Me Today.
That works.
That's wonderful. Look, this has been In My Humble Opinion podcast. You could find us at, no, I'm playing. Y'all know where to find us if y'all don't.
They here.
It's in the lower third somewhere.
Yeah.
I've been, what's my name again? I am Avery, like a very nice guy, also known as the Notorious Unk, also known as Highway 6. All those things. And this
Who's calling you that though?
What?
Who gave you those nicknames?
Me.
He gave them to himself.
I'm the Notorious UNC.
That's how I named myself.
I've grew up with this man. We never called him that one time. But he's called himself that.
I'm calling myself Highway 6.
Sometimes you got to call yourself. You got to name
yourself. Yeah. You got to let people know.
HWYSICKS, Highway 6. It's clever. Love it. And I'm with my brother here because I gave 3 names. Who are you again?
I'm just Devon. That's it. I'm just Devon.
Devon. That's my brother here. We're In My Humble Opinion podcast. We've been here with Peyton. What do I say? H-Town's too sweet. H-Town is too sweet. See you later.